Yes, lads, welcome back to another custom tactics video on the channel. Today we have, in my opinion, the best pressing formation in FIFA. It's the 4-2-4. Let's get into it. Does your team look like this? Do you struggle to complete those game-changing SBCs and play with the best players in FIFA 23? If you said yes to any of this, then you need to get over to AOA and secure yourself some cheap and reliable Fut coins and use code ALP at checkout for an extra 3% off. Jeez. Yes, lads. So, jumping in with a defensive style. Although this is the best pressing formation in the game, you can press very well with this formation without going into press after possession loss. But when you're losing and you lob this on, honestly, it is game changer. I recommend you just get this formation in your rotation just for when you're losing, even if that's just what you use it for, pressing after possession loss when you're losing a game, because it is insane, especially when you're playing fullbacks, because it just marries up against their four defenders and it's so good. But balance for the most part, we like to naturally press ourselves. The width, we whack it down to 40, not quite 35. We want to keep it quite neutral. And plus, when you're defending, it'll defend in a 4-4-2. But what you want is, a lot of people do use the 40 width. So this will marry up to what they're using, so it presses even better. The depth, we whack up to 60. We have tried 65, but it's, again, the 1-2 over the top through balls just kill us, so we just leave it on 60 and that's perfect. Remember, for this, just try something else out. If you feel like you're getting exposed at 60, try 50, try 55, try 45, try whatever you want, but 60 for me. Build up play, balance, chance creation is direct passing, as always, super effective. And I've tried using other chance creation methods and it just doesn't come close, so we stick with direct passing. Width, we leave on 50. Formation attacks quite wide anyways, the way we have it set up, so you don't need to change that. Plays in the box, trusty 6. Want that centre mid being involved with the play, as well as those wingers. Corners 1, free kicks 1. We are just limiting how often we get hit on the counter attack, which is important in this year's game. So the most important part of the formation, the tactics and instructions. But before we dive in, after the gameplay today, we have not 1, but 2 icon player picks to rip open, so stick around for that. And if you haven't already, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Really does help our growth and everything else in between. The love at the moment has been crazy, and I thank you for that. But diving in with the instructions, our first striker, ideally this is more of he's not as good as a creator, but he's a more out and out forward, is Mbappe. So stay central, get in behind, stay forward. I recommend in this left striker position, you have someone 5-star weak foot or left footed. For me, this is not perfectly optimized because of Mbappe, but you know, it is what it is. And then the right striker is getting behind, stay central, and come back on defense. He's gonna just kind of drop off a touch when we don't have the ball, and he's gonna like be a better option to pick up and a bit closer to the midfield, so it kind of links things a bit better. The wide guys are on the same settings, so they're both on come back on defense. Stay wide is important because you really do want to stretch the play with this. So stay wide and then get into the box for crosses then. So they're going to attack wide, but as you get closer to the box, they're almost going to like come inwards. So they're going to stick out wide and then make their way into the box then to create those extra chances. But when you're starting your counter attack, they'll be in those wide areas, which is awesome for when you take the ball with your centre back, give it to your fullback, and you always have an out ball, which is amazing. The 2 centre mids, I have 1 stay back while attacking and cover centre. This is more of an out and out defensive midfielder, like this Milinkovic Savic, who is insane. Get him done if you've not already. 6'8", 5-star skill moves, 150k, premium chemistry links. There's nothing wrong with this card at all. He's insane. And then Bellingham, my other centre midfielder, my more box to box, is just on cover centre. If you are struggling defensively, though, I do recommend you just stay back while attacking, but I do like to have it on balance, so give it a go before you knock it. The centre backs, you touch them, I'll find you. You know the score by now if you're new to the channel. I'm not joking. The full backs are both stay back while attacking and overlap. if you are struggling, you can send them forward, up and left on the D-pad, and then up and right to hug the sidelines, even though you probably don't need to hug the sidelines on because these guys will stay wide anyways. These may invert occasionally because of how wide these guys are. So just up and left to send them forward, but we don't need to send them forward in this formation. A lot of our formations that we've done recently, we've been sending the fullbacks forward because we lack a little bit of width. But with this formation, because you've got to stay wide on the wingers, you do not lack any width in this formation at all. It is actually crazy. So then defensively, you're limited to how often you get counter-attacked, and it is just crazy. Goalkeeper comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. And that is the instructions of the 4-2-4. I honestly recommend you get this just in your rotation, lads, because it is incredible. I made a video about 3 months ago that got quite a bit of traction on this formation. I don't think many people make videos on the 4-2-4, which is strange because you see it played quite a lot. But no one really makes tactics for it. But this, a lot of people, I think because a lot of people just go into it when they're losing as like a last time attempt to try and get back into the game. But honestly, I could play this formation from the jump, and I've started to. Obviously, it defends in a 4-4-2. It kind of plays like a 4-4-2, but a bit like higher up the pitch, a bit higher pressed. This guy's got a interesting team. He's got some decent players in there, but it's overall quite mid. So we're going to dive straight into that 4-2-4 setup. Did I take my goalkeepers out from the cup? I'm pretty sure I did. That's a ropey start, but we move.
This is the lineup for the home team.
But as you'll be able to see, it's going to defend in a 4-4-2. Attack in this crazy 4-2-4. And you notice, look, you got Renato on that other side really stretching the play. And then you've got the fullbacks there always. So you're not like away from home. So when you've got the guys creating these cutbacks, are the wingers in the formation, which is never usually the case. It's usually the fullbacks in a lot of formations and tactics nowadays. Let's quickly dive in there. Bellingham. So this box-to-box midfield, he's going to trek forward quite a bit. As you can see, we're in by ear with Neymar. Oh my god. Well, that was easy. He's going to quit. So we're just going to dive into another game because that was far too easy. We were back in 2.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Yes, lads, we're back. Second game. That one was over far too quick, and I did see some comments about people wanting the gameplay to be extended if they quit that early. Again, it's quite a mid team, but you know, we almost went into the 4-3-2-1. The one that's happened. My right winger, you would have seen, is Renato Sanchez. He's not too bad out there. Do you know who really plays well in that right mid position? Rudiger or Memphis Depay. Amazing cards, honestly. I love all of them. But you know, when you've got Renato, you've definitely got to use him. Look how much space you get in these wide areas as well. And then you can see Neymar is going to make his way into the box. Oh, almost. But the chances you create in this formation, honestly, I definitely recommend you just give it a go. Oh, wang the crossbar. And the box-to-box, obviously Bellingham gets back as well.
Well, a game of such fine margins, but let's see if they
which is important. But then you've got the big man, Milinkovic-Savic, in the pocket here, just winning all the scraps. And to be honest, he's so big and so strong, he can hold it down on his own. But again, look, you've got the left wing and right wing really stretching the play. Oh, wow, that's cheesy. Before we move, look at the options you create. So the wingers, as you get closer to the box, will get in the box. And it's that tactic does look like it conflicts. Get into the box for crosses and then stay wide. It doesn't really make sense. But, like, as you can see, it's like in this area. Ooh, is he going to kick it off the pitch? No. I think this guy's going to bounce too. We can keep her on the pitch for a few minutes just so we can see how the formation works. We could let him score and then so he stays, but we're on the business of giving people opportunities, are we? Plus, if he scores, he may quit 1-0. Didn't take that into consideration. People love doing that. Look at the options out wide. Renato there. Bellingham, Mbappe, easy. Those, honestly, the formation just creates so many chances. I definitely recommend you just get it done. Even if you use it just to press, it's one of my favorite formations in the game, honestly. It's just crazy good, super effective. But let's get into the content. Jeez.
By sheer coincidence.
90 plus icon pick, and we have 2 of them. Let's go. Right, lads, we got Gwen Doozy looking over us for good luck. First one, 1 of 3, 90 plus prime team of the year or fuck birthday icons. Leave in the comments if you did this and who you got. We get Carlos in the first one. Of course we do, because who doesn't love a dupe? So 93 in the first one. And the last one, come on, hook me up. Carlos again. Oh my God. Leave in the comments, lads. Jeez.